Welcome back to the Coyote Country Homestead. My name's Chris. I was pretty much at my wit's end at the end of my last video. My quick hitch did not work the way I wanted it to do. I don't know if I just didn't have the right parts or if it's just because I didn't know enough about what I was doing. But regardless, I did a little bit of research and it looks like I'm not the only one to have a problem with a Category 1 quick hitch. In fact, it appears to be so common that a separate top hook is sold, and I ordered one of those. It's now arrived. So we're going to try that tonight, and let me show you the difference here. I have the bolts running through the holes on both of these just to show the difference on them. And so you can see that this bottom hook, which is the one that I ordered, the channel for that actually extends out. And it doesn't look to me like it extends out that much, but it also didn't look like maybe it needed to move that much beyond what it was already there. And so if I just take these apart and kind of lay these down like that, you can kind of see the difference. Again, this to me doesn't look like that much. We're going to put it on though, and we're going to find out if that makes a difference. I'm going to be working on the Mahindra blade again because I think that's got the best chance of success. I do have another piece of equipment that I ordered that is supposed to make non-quick hitch compatible implements work with a quick hitch system. Probably a lot of you have seen it. It's a little bracket deal. But we'll get to that. Let's get the Mahindra blade working first. I'd like to get one thing working with this quick hitch system. And so let's go try that right now. Yeah, that looks better. Let's see what this looks like. I need to come back just a little bit on this. I know we're supposed to be able to get past these springs, but they're pretty heavy. And I think in this case, the blade is not heavy enough and it's actually riding the top of that. So I guess if it was a heavier implement, let's try that. Yeah, I think that's actually going to work. Just a little bit. Really close. We're in on that side. We're almost in on this side. I think the blade's just off a little bit. Adjust this that way. There we go. Okay, yeah, we're in on the top hook now. Quite seated on those pins. Do that one. This one will bounce into place. All right, we're really close. Look down there, you can see that one's locked in just fine. Come around to the other side and I'll show you the top pin, but this one just not quite bottoming out where that spring arm can come out. It's fighting. But in here, we're down into the hook. Not very deep for sure, but you know, I assume that would keep it in there, especially with the top, if this one would go in. So. I'm going to get that bucket and these blocks out of the way, and I'm going to take this for a drive just around the yard. We're going to see if a little bit of just bouncing will get that to set in. One thing I do have to say about the pin on the right-hand side, it's a little bit loose on the nut underneath. It takes a 1 1/4 inch socket, and I don't have one of those. So I need to figure out what I'm going to do about that. And because that's a little bit loose, that may be what's keeping that from settling in. I don't know. Let me take it for a drive and we'll see. Okay, that definitely did it. Just driving around the yard, you can see that both of those little spring arms dropped into place. It just needed to bounce a little bit to get that settled in there. I'm not excited about that being the way it is permanently, but I am pleased with overall. I mean, that's more my idea of the way a quick hitch should work. That wasn't too terrible. I could see how I could get that procedure down more quickly the more I did it. It's working great so far. Now we're going to find out if it unhooks as easily as it hooked up. I'm really going to try just using this and not using the extra blocks on there. I may have to pull forward a little bit as I do this, get the tension off of it. Okay, or backwards. I'm not going to say that was seamless, but that's a whole lot easier than manually disconnecting a 3-point. So that worked out pretty well. I think I could get used to this. I think I can make this work. There's a little bit of difficulty getting it hooked up. Again, I need to get this one pin. It's loose. I need to either get it replaced or get it tightened up. All right, so the other test was with the Rhino 500, and it is not quick hitch compatible. So let me show you what I've got, what I've done, or what I purchased on that to see if we can get it to work on that blade as well. What you doing? What you doing? Okay, so on this one, I've purchased this adapter, and let me grab the top pin out of the other one. I have another set of top pins on the way, but they haven't arrived yet, so I'm sharing. So this adapter, what it does is you put this in on the implement side, and then this part hangs down, and then theoretically you can get underneath the bottom hooks or the bottom pins with your quick arm hooks, and then this will be down here and it can catch into the top hook and allow you to use your quick hitch with this. We're going to find out if it works. I think I'm going to set that back to get it out of the way. Make sure that these lower arms are lined up. They're looking pretty good. I need to get them down just a little bit. Actually, if they were down lower, this might work. We're gonna try it. We're gonna see if I can get low enough to come underneath that. I'm worried I'm gonna hit the wood on the pallet first. Let me adjust manually and check, see how low it goes. All right, we're gonna try and catch those bottom pins and then flip that into place and see if it works. I don't know if that's gonna work. My top link doesn't go in. Oh, maybe it does. It looked pretty good on this other pin over here. It's this one. I'm just not square is all. Just don't know that I'm going to have room in here. I don't think this is going to work because my top link doesn't come in far enough to allow clearance between these two pieces and have room to get my bottom hooks in. This is as far back as it goes. And even if I did get it in, this really needs to extend. You can see where that needs to be. The hook needs to come out to here. And I can't go up any higher with the hook. I'm already at the top. Might be able to go lower. Trying to see if I went all the way down to the bottom. Really, there's a piece of metal right here. If I can get underneath that, I buy myself half an inch. I don't know if that's going to be enough or not. I guess the other thing I could do is take the hook off. Let's do that for right now. I'm going to pull forward just a bit. All right, let me re-square up on this. I'm really close, but I need to come this way just a little bit and get these bottom pins in, or bottom hooks in. I'm going to see where that leaves us on this top hook. Thought I was here, but I couldn't see from my seat. Well, that one is up and this one's down. Hang on. Okay, there we go on that. At the bottom here, we'll make sure we're resting on both pins. Actually, kind of not. All right, I think that's better. What I'm wondering is if I get the hook in first, like this, if there's then room, and there's not room for that. I was hoping that there would be room. If I was at the bottom, it's close, but not quite. So I think for this blade, we're stuck with 3-point, unless I figure something else out, which is not the end of the world. I'll see if I need that for something else. I'm not so upset that I bought a quick hitch and then a non-quick hitch compatible implement won't work with it. If the Mahindra blade, which that appears to be quick hitch compatible, it doesn't say it on there, but it sure seems like it is. If something like that hadn't worked, I'd be pretty upset. Also, my box blade, I'm pretty sure that's going to be quick hitch compatible. So it'll work for those two things. I won't be swapping my blade out that often. At least I hope I won't. So let me get this broke down, and I need to get this back off of here. Actually, before I put this back on, I want to get over to the box blade, and I want to find out where this is going to hit on it. That's probably the setting. I already know that when I want to use the Mahindra blade, I have to have this in the top holes. We'll see where I have to do it for the box blade. I think that's going to be the top also, which would be really convenient. Yeah, that wants to be in the top also. And that's really convenient. So let me pull this forward a little bit. All right, since for the Mahindra blade, medium duty blade, and also for my Bush Hog box blade, the top setting for this hook works, I'm going to go ahead and tighten this down. I'll just leave it there when I'm using the quick hitch. Those are the only two things I could use the quick hitch on right now. So. Now, when I hear quick hitch, that's what I think of. Back up to it, lift it, lock in your arms, off to the races. So it's going to work great for the box blade. It's going to work for the medium duty blade as well. It just won't work for the Rhino 500 until I figure out something different for the top link, if I do, if there is a good solution. By the way, if you know of a good solution for that, you saw pretty much what my dimensions were on that. And if you think something would be great for that, let me know. I'd be definitely willing to try it and make a video about it. But otherwise, this is perfect. This is going to work great. The only thing I may need to get, I've got some bushings in here that came with on something else. I think they're Cat 2. I think they're Cat 2 bushings. And I need to get Cat 1 to Cat 3 bushings for these pins. They're not the same as the Cat 1 pins that are permanently affixed. These ones are removable on this box blade, so they're a little bit different. I need to get a different set of bushings for that. But it'll work for right now. I don't have any plan to do any box blade work right now anyway. Okay, well, that's it for this one. Totally different outcome than the first time trying to use the quick hitch. You know, now that I've got, well, the adjustment that I made on the hook, I think the original hook probably would have worked for the box blade, but it's got to work for everything, right? And getting that different size hook definitely made a difference on the Mahindra blade. So being able to swap those out easily is going to be great. And again, that Mahindra blade is the one I'm planning to use for snow. So it's probably the one I'll be swapping out most often rather than the Rhino 500, where, you know, unless I'm just planning to do a whole lot of excavating, which, you know, is not on the list right now. So that's it for this one. Thank you so much for joining us out here. I appreciate it. Remember to click like and subscribe for me, please, if you would. Subscribe won't cost you any money. We won't send you anything, and but it will let you know when I've got videos, additional videos coming out, and it helps me grow the channel. So, and then the likes are good, and then any comments you want to leave, that would be appreciated also. Otherwise, we will talk to you the next time we're out here at the Coyote Country Homestead. My name is Chris. Talk to you again soon. Thanks. Bye.